And the contrast is astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Here you have the king who's on a complete meltdown. Here you have Daniel who's completely calm. You have Belshazzar who is in the middle of decadence. Here you have Daniel who's remained faithful to God. Two men standing in complete contrast to each other. And then Daniel speaks. Keep your gifts or give them to someone else, but I'll tell you what the writing means. Your Majesty, the Most High God gave sovereignty, majesty, glory, and honor to your predecessor Nebuchadnezzar. He made him so great that people of all the races and languages trembled before him in fear. He killed those he wanted to kill and spared those he wanted to spare. He honored those he wanted to honor and disgraced those he wanted to disgrace. But when his heart and mind were puffed up with arrogance, he was brought down from his royal throne and stripped of his glory. He was driven from human society. He was given the mind of a wild animal. He lived among the wild donkeys. He ate grass like a cow. He was drenched with the dew of heaven until he learned that the Most High God rules over the kingdoms of the world and appoints anyone who desires to rule over them. You were a successor, O Belshazzar, and you knew all this, yet you have not humbled yourself, for you proudly defied the Lord of heaven and taken these cups from his temple brought before you. You and your nobles and your wives and concubines have been drinking wine from them while praising gods of silver, bronze, gold, iron, wood, and stone. God has neither seen nor hear nor know anything at all. But you've not honored the God who gives you the breath of life and controls your destiny. So God has sent this hand to write this message. Okay, first of all, remember how we talked about how Daniel is always polite? Not this time. He doesn't even say, "Oh, king, live forever," because it's pointless. He knows he's not going to. Nor will he give him the respect. Because it's a warning of judgment. And he speaks it truthfully and honestly. You are a successor and you haven't followed it. You have not honored the God. And notice how he says, God gave Nebuchadnezzar power. God gave Nebuchadnezzar authority. God gave Nebuchadnezzar his reign. God gave, and now you have taken it and said that you've done it and you're gods. My friends, as you look at the course of human events, God is in control. Amen. He's the one who appoints rulers and takes them down. Amen. God is involved in human affairs. The world is not spinning out of control in the middle of the cosmos with God going, "Oh, I hope things turn out okay." God is directly influencing the world. God is in control. This is the message that was written. This is what these words mean, okay? These three words are weights of measurement, or measurement terms. Numbered, weighed, and divided. The biggest term for weight was talent, which is not put here, which is interesting. Just the little weights, not the big ones. Numbered, weighed, divided. Your kingdom is divided and given to the Medes and the Persians. That's what it means. And again, I'm struck by how calm Daniel is. And how can he be so calm when he's looking at complete government upturning? The political system of his day is about ready to fall apart. This is the second time it's happened in his life. He was taken captive from Jerusalem first, second time. How is it that he is not freaked out? There's soldiers that are coming that are going to kill the king that he's standing in front of. How can he be so incredibly calm? And there's three reasons. I want to write them down. Three reasons that Daniel is completely calm. Number one, he is not a citizen of Babylon. Daniel doesn't claim Babylon as his identity or his citizenship. He doesn't care. This ain't my people. This ain't my country. I've served here for a lot of years, most of my life, but this is not my world. As you look at political change in your life, as you look at transition happening in your world, as you look at upheaval in your relationships in your life, the first key that we find from Daniel for peace is to realize this world is not your home. This country is not your citizenship. I'm proud to be an American. I love the United States of America, but this is not my home. Okay? And every time that seems that I hear people talk about prophecy and what's happening, and it's the end of the world, and this is going to collapse, and the government's going to collapse, there's always this fear involved. It's going to happen. Who cares? If America goes down, it'll be sad, but who cares? Because this is not my identity to be an American. My identity is that I'm in a kingdom that's out of this world.
Amen.
Who cares if this thing goes down? And we have some servicemen in the house. We thank you guys for serving our country, and I do not want to belittle what you do with your lives at all. I'm not generating that at all. I believe we need to fight for our freedoms. I believe in what you're doing. But our ultimate identity, even as a soldier, is in the kingdom of God, which is eternal. And you can face anything that happens with peace, because this world ain't it. And I'm disturbed when I hear Christians talk about prophecy and talk about the end of the world, and there's this fear, oh my word, things are going to get bad. Who cares? This ain't mine. I'm about the next one that happens. Secondly, Daniel's completely calm because he knows God is in control. He knows God is in control. Remember that first dream, Daniel chapter 2? There's an image. Interpretation, you, Nebuchadnezzar, are that head of gold. After you will arise another kingdom, Persia, another kingdom, Greece, another kingdom, Rome, and that leads down into this mixed empire that is not united, just where we are right now. And you know what happens next? Big rock hits it, smashes it to bits, and the kingdom of God is set in place. That, my friend, is the next step. We know what's happening next. There's going to be a big rock, and his name is Jesus. And he's going to come and demolish this stuff and take us home to heaven. Amen. So he's to number 3. Because of that, he knows that the current dynasty is going down. At some point, my friends, this world is going down. America is going down. This stuff is going down. I don't know all the details of how. I got some ideas from prophecy, sure. But you know what? I know who's in charge, and I know this isn't the end. So I can stand in peace when it seems like everything's falling apart, because, oh yeah, that's supposed to happen. It's okay. Breathe a little, people. We walk around scared when God's saying, why? This world is not my home, I'm just a passing through. Remember that song? And you know that I'm in control because of that, and you know that this isn't the end. There's another thing happening. Sure, Daniel knew 70 years was the time that they were to be in captivity. He knew that. We don't know when Jesus is coming back. We don't have the date or the hour. If we did, we'd wait until about a day before to try to get ready. At that point, we'd be so hardened against God, we never would get ready. I believe the last huge time prophecy ended in 1844. And since then, we've been waiting, knowing the next big step is that big rock. There's no more time prophecies. If someone tries to tell you they know when Jesus is coming back, laugh in their face politely. With love.